it's that time again. We are live on Instagram and YouTube. So today we are still doing our runner special, and we're going to focus more on the upper body. So a few more stretches that can help you through, even though we're focusing on the upper body, it's going to be a whole body stretch, which is lovely. So have something to sit on, have a belt. I realise my belt is over here, it's not helpful. So we're going to start just seated in Sukhasana, often a way that we start, and just spread the back of the legs. So your inner groins move down and you spread the hamstrings, and then press the hands down and extend the side body up. You can just close your eyes here. It always helps me to have my eyes closed so that I can bring my awareness to the back of the body. Just relax your face. And just notice the shoulders. Notice any tightness coming up in the upper body and your breathing. Any tightness in the neck or the shoulders. And then we'll blink the eyes open. We'll interlace the fingers and turn the hands inside out. So making the upper arm straight. Inhale, stretch your arms above the head. And really breathe into the side chest. So I want you to extend the whole side body up. And bring the hands down in front. Change the crossing of the fingers. So you bring the opposite index finger in front. Inhale, stretch your arms up. So extend the side chest. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then bring the hands down in front. We'll change the crossing of the legs. And we'll inhale, stretch your arms up. And bring the hands down. Change the crossing of the fingers. And inhale, stretch your arms up. And relax the jaw and the face. Deep breath in and out. And then bring the hands down. And then we'll come forwards into child's pose. And this is a nice all-round stretch for the arms and the legs. So a nice one to do for the whole body. Spread the hands. Keep the arms straight. So don't drop the elbows or the forearms down. And then we'll come from here into downward facing dog. So inhale, come up. And then we'll tuck the toes under and lift the legs up and back. Then make the kneecaps firm. Press the front of the thighs to the back of the thighs. And straighten the upper outer arms. So spin the inner arms to the outer arms. So spin the inner upper arms away from each other so that your neck releases. And keep opening and spreading the back of the knees. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then you can step the feet forwards and then walk the hands back, and we'll come up to standing. So this is where you'll need your belt. So we're going to put the belt on the left shoulder and have the feet hip distance apart, and we'll stretch the arms out wide. So turn the right hand away from the front, bend the right elbow, catch hold of the belt, and then stretch the left arm up. And then bend the left elbow, keeping the back of the arm facing forwards, keeping both sides of the chest even, and stretch the left elbow up. So remember we did our Gomukhasana legs at the beginning of the week for our calves. And now we're doing our Gomukhasana arms. And we're using the belt so that we've got more access to the side chest and more ability to move the shoulder blade. Deep breath in and out. And then we'll release the hands. So you'll bring the belt over the right shoulder. And then stretch the arms out wide. So the left hand turns away from the front, and then bend the elbow, catch hold of the belt, and then right arm up. So you're turning outer arm in. Release the trapezius muscle down the back and open the sides of the chest. Keep extending the right elbow up, and then press left shoulder blade forwards. Keep both sides of the chest even. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then release the hands, and you can release the belt down. And then we'll do Garudasana arms, our eagle arms. So bring the arms up in front. I'll show you from the side. Right elbow over the top of the left, and then palms together. So the bottom elbow presses down, top elbow lifts up. You can breathe into the back of the body. And then release the hands, and then bring the opposite arm in front. So left elbow on top. And take a deep breath in and out into the back of the body. Keep stretching the fingers up. Deep breath in and out. And then we'll release the hands here. Then feet hip distance apart. We'll stretch the arms up. Bring your left hand around the right arm. Can you see I get length in the sides of the chest? Keep the kneecaps firm and extend over to the side. And keep the left side of the body long as well. Keep extending the arm up and extend over. Keep both kneecaps firm. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, come up to standing, and then we'll switch sides. So stretch the left arm up. Keep the right side of the body long and extend over. Deep breath in and out. Exhale, extend the side body. Keep the chest facing forwards. One more deep breath in and out. And then inhale, come up. And open and spread the fingers wide and down. And then we'll do Uttanasana against the wall. So we'll have the hands in line with the hips, and then we're going to walk back. And then keep the legs upright. You can press the hands into the wall and then head down. And keep pressing in between the shoulder blades. So press the shoulder blades down and keep the chest extending forward. So the front of the chest extends. Breathe into the side chest. Keep the arms straight. Keep the back of the throat and the neck relaxed. One more deep breath in and out. And then step forwards. And we'll come up. And then we'll go back down to downward facing dog. So spread the hands, spread the fingers. Tuck the toes under for downward facing dog. Notice the difference maybe in the back of the legs. Open the armpits. So the same as when we did half Uttanasana against the wall. Keep moving the top of the shoulders down the back and press the back of the spine forwards. Deep breath in and out. And then you can bring the knees down and take a rest. So big toes together. Extend back onto the heels and extend forwards. And then walk the hands back to the knees. And then we'll cross the legs and we'll do seated Sukhasana again. Spread the back of the legs. So you're keeping the sitting bones pressing down. And we're going to go forwards, forwards, forwards on the fingertips. And I want you to keep the arms straight. So spin the inner upper arms out. Keep the chest lifted. So press the sitting bones down, extend forwards. Deep breath in and out. And then walk the hands back to the knees. And then change the crossing of the legs. And then we'll go forward. So abdomen back and go forwards. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then walk the hands back. And we're going to lie on our back. We'll just do a twist. I'll show you from this direction, I think is best. So we want to have something supporting the outer right hip. I'll do my actual right hip. So I quite like this kind of setup. If you've got something like a bolster, that also works. So we want to keep the arms in line. So the chest is in line and we stretch the arms out away from each other. And then we want to bring the legs over to the side, but keep the knees in line, keep the back of the hips in line. So if you find that one knee has dropped down, this is often what I see. So people go into this posture with one knee in a different place. It just means that the tightness remains in the hips. And then often what happens is one shoulder lifts up, and then what happens is we put a lot of pressure on this shoulder girdle and the tightness stays. So if we support ourselves, and if I just show you from the left side now so that you can see better. If you support the outer thigh, but keep the front of the knees in line, then you are starting to release the back hips evenly. And then if you stretch the arms away from each other, but keep the top of the shoulders down, firstly, the shoulders are now supported. So you're not putting extra pressure on the shoulder girdle, a really intricate joint. And then you can really start to turn the abdomen and the ribs so that the back ribs are touching the floor. And then you'll be able to start to release. So when we're just lying and putting lots of pressure on the joints, the tightness stays where it is, and then we're not releasing. So just switch sides. If you've done one side, you can change sides. So take the props to the other side and switch legs. And just notice one side might be more painful than the other, maybe tighter. And then when you've finished, I've come up now. So you can bring the knees into the chest. And then you can roll over and come up. And we're going to finish there. So it's really important to notice, yoga is not just about flexibility. It's about mobilizing the areas that are stiff and stabilizing the joints, keeping the joints open but stable. So it's not just about mobility. So we have to look at the postures and the way that our body moves so that we can see what are we leaving behind, what are we just kind of leaving tight, and what are we making vulnerable. And so our yoga practice is really about learning, observing, rather than just kind of moving without any understanding of how we are releasing and moving. So I hope that's helped. Thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow we are going to continue our runner special, so the last day of runner special, and we're going to do a little bit more of a restorative practice. So some lovely restorative poses to help the muscles to release. So it will be wonderful for you to do on your kind of days off from running so that you can get back to the tarmac a little bit stronger and a little bit faster. So that's all for me today. I will see you tomorrow at 11.